This is the start of a horror movie.
Hi everybody, it's Mel here and welcome back once again to my channel. I'm back to the Countdown to 30 challenge, which I know I'm behind on, but I think I have maybe more than made up for this week. So for this week's video, I thought I'd try something totally new, totally out of my comfort zone, and I definitely did that. My sister and I are just back from geocaching for the very first time. So basically what geocaching is, if you haven't heard of it before, it's an app, you can download it, it is free, you can pay for this premium service where I think you find like more stuff, or I don't know, it's different kinds of clues and things, but essentially it's treasure hunting. And what people do, what we found a lot of today, was they kind of hide these little logbooks. So part of the game is you navigate towards an area, there will be a description of what's hidden, there'll maybe be a hint, and then you have to find the item, sign the little logbook if there's one there, or swap prizes. I think there's ones where people like have items and you swap items. I didn't get much of that today because that was my first experience with geocaching, but you'll see how we got on in this video and I'll let you guys know how I thought about it at the end. What I also did in this video is I've included trying Marmite for the very first time and trying Kombucha for the very first time. But before we find out if I puke, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you're enjoying the series and subscribe if you haven't already. Let's get into it and find out what happens geocaching and if I puke or not eating a Marmite sandwich.
This is the start of a horror movie.
Is that a tree circle? Oh, it is a tree circle! So the first geocache just failed pretty miserably. We tried to walk into the middle of these trees, there's absolutely nothing there, so we're going to try looking for the next one. I don't understand. Look! We found it! Woohoo! Can we like poke it out? I did. Look! That's so cool! So now we found one! Oh, the bugs. Look! Oh look, it's like a little cancer research pen. I think we're gonna sign it. So it's like everyone's just signed it. Look. Wow, that's so cute. Oh my goodness, loads of people find it. So we're in the middle of geocaching. I've decided to stop so that we can film other parts of this channel. Like I said, I've kind of missed like 2 weeks, so I thought I'll try and film a 3-in-1 video and try things that I've never tried before. One of them being Marmite, the other being Kombucha, so it's just a yeast day apparently. So we'll start with Marmite. Apparently this is really, really disgusting. I don't think I've tried it. My sister and I were talking about this earlier, and I think I've tried Marmite Twiglets, but I don't know. So I've made Marmite sandwiches because I think this is something that people do. I don't know, maybe they put it on toast. So we've got a jar of Marmite, which here's one I made earlier. Let's get a close-up of the Marmite. So this stuff is like tar, like it's absolutely disgusting. Can you see that there? Yeah, so this stuff is like tar and it like actually stinks. Like I don't even know why people eat this because it doesn't seem like it's going to be nice at all. So if you don't know, obviously I'm doing this challenge because I've had like anxiety and OCD and certain things scare me. One of those things happens to be like eating new things or drinking new things, because it might sound silly, but like my body obviously gets this fear response whenever I'm like out eating or drinking anything, because I worry that there's like going to be an allergic reaction or there's going to be something wrong with me. So I've been talking about like exposure therapy and stuff like that. This is what this is. Like this isn't like the easiest thing for me to do, but the whole point of this challenge is to challenge myself and try things. So I'm gonna give this Marmite sandwich a go. It looks absolutely disgusting, and I guess we'll just go for it and see what it's like. Oh, it's sticky. I don't want to do this. Right. Oh my god. Oh my god. It tastes like beef cubes. I can't. Oh my god, it's salty. I can't get rid of the taste. Oh, that's not like the Twiglets sardine. So that was like the best way I could just it's stuck in my tooth. Right. So I think my eyes are watering. Right, so the best way I can describe that is it tasted like beef cubes, but really, really salty beef cubes, you know, that you put into like, I was about to say soup, like that time I made that soup wrongly. One time I tried to make vegetable soup and I thought because I didn't have any vegetable cubes or chicken stock cubes, I just put beef stock cubes in, and it was the most disgusting vegetable soup. It was like black that you'd ever see or ever eat. That was worse than what I've just eaten now. So yeah, it was like a tart. It still lingers. It lingers for ages. That was like a sticky beef cube loaded with salt, and my eyes are actually watering, so I'm gonna wash it down with some yeast. This is the thing that gives me the most anxiety, because those of you who know, who suffer from anxiety, if you like Google something, and like what I was trying to do was to Google this so that I could be like, this is what the supposed health benefits are, and instead on Wikipedia there's a section that talked about people like dying from liver toxicity from trying this. So I'm actually like properly anxious about trying this. So we went to the shop earlier and got this cola flavored kombucha. It is described as an organic kombucha, lightly sparkling fermented green tea drink with cola flavour, because apparently these days we just want to eat bacteria and yeast and fermented things because that seems totally normal. Oh, it smells like that's surprising. It smells like fizzy cola bottles, you know, like the little gummy bear ones, like the little tiny fizzy cola bottles. It smells like those. I'm gonna put the picture in of what it comes from because it looks like a giant slug. But it's basically just bacteria, so bottoms up. It's okay. It tastes like Coke with vinegar in it. It's not great, but it's not the worst thing I've ever tasted. Literally, I think the cola that they've added to it is obviously hiding the disgustingness of whatever this stuff is, but it's like this one, the cola flavored one, it literally just tastes like cola, but like if you poured a sachet of vinegar into it. I mean, it's okay. I could drink that if I wanted to, but I probably never will. So there we go. 2 things that I've tried this week. Marmite and kombucha. Let's continue on with the geocaching. Number 9 hint is this lamppost, so I guess we'll look around and see if it's here. We're just opening it up. Do you want to open it up and see what it says? Oh, it's like a list of everyone's names again. That is so cool. Our journey has taken us to the sea. Thank you guys for making it this far into the video. If you have, I actually really enjoyed my first time geocaching. My sister and I had a great time. Like, it was so fun trying to like find the little clues, and something she said really summed it up. She was like, I think of our town maybe a little bit differently now because there's all these little secret things hidden about. So it was really fun trying to find them. I'm 100% gonna go geocaching, and when I go traveling it will also be like such a fun thing to do whenever we're out and about in different countries traveling. What I'll definitely do next time is bring something that I can hide myself, so you can take something out yourself and you log it in the map where you are, and yeah, other people can come and find it. So I think next time I go geocaching I'm gonna hide one myself, so maybe there will be a part 2, maybe a part 3 to this in the future, I don't know, but I really had a good time geocaching. What was not fun, however, was eating that Marmite sandwich. I will never again in my life touch that thing. I understand now when people say you love or you hate it, but I don't really understand the people that say they love it. Like, that was the most disgusting thing I think I've maybe ever eaten. I don't think I can still like basically taste it now, and it's been like quite a few hours since that happened. And the kombucha was fine, but I'm not huge into drinking those kind of things. For a while I drank kefir, like just like water kefir, because it's like good for your stomach and digestion and stuff. Kombucha isn't something that I've really looked into that much, but I mean it was fine, it's drinkable, but yeah, put myself through the ringer. I got really anxious after I drank the kombucha because I felt like a little queasy, and like anyone knows who suffers from anxiety, like it creeps back in little phases later and later and later. But don't let that get you down. It might be difficult for other people to understand, because I think more normal ways and fears and stuff people have is like, imagine if you're scared of heights and you're standing on a tall building, you know. For people that have anxiety, whenever it's certain things that triggers them, those responses and stuff happen. Like maybe it's you see a spider in the corner of the room and you're scared of spiders and you get that fear response. Like a lot of times when people are like scared of foods, if they have anxiety, or scared of certain things, like those fear responses are happening, but they tend to hide them quite well. Like I for one am definitely somebody who can tend to hide it. Sometimes that doesn't happen, and hence panic attacks, etc, etc. So if anything, what I'm trying to show in this video is, yes, those fears are real, but the more you expose yourself to them and do these kind of things, the more you're going to get over them. And something that my therapist said really recently kind of rings true, and I'm maybe just going to make this a final little point in the video. I don't want to ramble on too long, but we were talking the other day and she said people are like kids. So say you've got a little kid and you take it to nursery every single day. The first time it cries, but then it goes again and again and again and again, and it gets used to it, and by the end it just knows that its mom will be there to pick it up. It doesn't cry when it gets dropped off anymore. Versus the kid who goes once a week, once every 2 weeks. The reaction to going and doing that thing is going to be a lot worse, because you know, every time they get dropped off they're like, oh, is my mom coming back? I don't know, like I don't do this every day. So I mean, I think it was a really good kind of analogy, I guess, is you just gotta expose yourself to these things over and over and over and over again and again and again and again, and eventually something starts to click in your head and you get over these fears. So exposure therapy is something I really recommend. That's kind of what this series is about. Like some of it hasn't really been scary stuff for me, but I plan to do more and more kind of exposure-y things to try and help with this stuff. Let me know in the comments if you guys have any fears or anything that you're trying to get over. Is there anything that you've exposed yourself to repeatedly to try and get over that little mental block in your brain? Let me know. Let's get a little bit of a conversation going. Thank you guys so much for watching again. I'm sorry I ran late this time, but we've got plenty of other videos on the way. So don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and share one of my videos, and let's get this out there. Once we reach 300 subscribers, I'm going to be doing a big massive giveaway, so the sooner we get there the better. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next upload. Bye guys.
I'll raise a glass to you, and you'll raise a glass to me, and when they're half full, we'll top them up with